Well, this segment takes me to the Bear City Airport. Today we have a couple of really great helicopters. These are Robertson helicopters, folks, and they're up here to do some training. And they're sitting on the airport's new helipads. These are really thick concrete pads that can handle any weight helicopter, particularly good during the fire season, or when we do have fires, that they don't go through the asphalt. And there's 4 of them here, so 4 huge ones can come in at a time. Boy, look at this copter. These are great. These are different from the regular copters, and the reason why is look at the post of which the rotors are on. It's up high. You normally don't see it that high, but it's because of their tail assembly that they need to get it up to a different height. This is probably the, I'll ask Pete in a minute, the largest manufacturer of helicopters in the country. I think they're made right here in California, and they're used by police. These are the news media uses these with cameras on the bottom. Police uses them with not only cameras, but that strong searchlight on the bottom. But they're getting ready to do a training exercise, and I want to chat and see exactly what they're doing up here. Well, the guys want to picture themselves, so we have a photographer next to me and taking pictures right next to that helicopter. But those are sleek things, really cool. They have pilots and engineers. What's here? Anxious to find out what kind of training they're doing. High altitude training or what? Well, hi Pete, how you doing?
Good.
Welcome to Big Bear.
Thanks.
Now, what are you up here for? Training on what? What type of training?
No, what we're doing, this is our new design.
Uh-huh.
So
it says experimental on the side.
Exactly. So the yellow one back there is our popular model that we've built a lot of. And then this one here is similar, but it's got a turbine engine instead of a piston engine.
Uh-huh.
And we're hoping to get FAA certification or FAA approval within the next month or two. And so what we need to do today, what we did today, was with the FAA we have to demonstrate different altitudes and speeds at which he cuts the power, so demonstrate if you have a power failure that you're still able to glide down and land safely.
You can in these?
Yeah, so that's what we were doing this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and so it has to be able to be done by an average pilot. So our pilot demonstrates it, and then when the FA pilot's satisfied, he hops in and does it himself. And so that's that's what we were doing this morning. And so we come up here where the thinner air.
Uh-huh.
And because we have to demonstrate at high altitude as well.
Sure.
And it's convenient to us because we're in Torrance, so it's only about a 50-minute flight.
That's right.
So
now this is you're going into turbines because you have both. Majority of your helicopters are just regular.
Yeah, they've all been piston so far. Piston powered.
Pistons.
Right. And
it's the most used helicopter for the news media, for
we do make
police.
It wouldn't be the most popular for police and news, although we do sell them for that use. But definitely for training, it's the world's most popular helicopter.
Sure.
And for all kinds of uses, actually.
Isn't that something? Now you had an hour-long piece on what was the History Channel or Discovery Channel on Robertson.
Yes, Robinson, right. Yeah, we were, I don't recall seeing it, but I know.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, yeah? Great.
How they ship it out. If you ship it out and not fly it, it goes in 2 crates.
Yeah, we always test fly them first.
Uh-huh.
But then if they get shipped overseas, they disassemble them and put them in a crate.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
And you have an assembly line. Boy, it showed one right after the other.
Yeah.
And these are all handmade, of course.
No, yeah, we were able to do almost everything at the factory. So we have a big machine shop, and like you say, the assembly line, and then of course we do the flight testing there as well, all at the Torrance Airport.
Yeah, and it's the largest manufacturing helicopter company in I think in the world.
I think so.
If you're doing what 90.
In terms of number of helicopters, I think we are the number one in the world. Now, of course, the big guys are a lot more expensive. So,
oh, sure.
So if you're talking dollars, there's others that are bigger.
But you can get some of these for $250,000.
Yeah, the two-seater is about that.
Yeah, the two-seaters.
Uh-huh.
Now, is this a four-seater here?
Actually, it's a five-seater. It's a little wider than the four-seat back.
Sure.
And so you get a three seats across in the back.
Yeah. One thing they pointed out was the really tall post that the rotors are on. It's higher than most helicopters.
Right. That makes ours look a little unique there, doesn't it?
It sure does. And is that to clear the rear?
There's a couple reasons, but it does help to keep it away from people and from the tail. And it's just the style of rotor we use. It helps to have the rotor up high.
Yeah. Now I notice you have two rotors or two
blades. Two blades on each
rotor.
Two
blades.
Uh-huh.
And most of them have 3 or 4, don't they?
A lot of them have more blades, yeah.
And these really haul. What's the speed on average speed on the new turbine?
I would say that you probably get 115 knots, which is about 130 miles an hour.
Sure.
Is the cruise speed. Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah, it's actually a lot of people use them for cross-country flights.
I know it.
So it's
be great for
nice way to go. You get nice views, and you get to fly low.
Oh yeah,
so that's fun.
That's really cool. Well, are you going to do another train? You think?
Another test up here?
Another test?
Actually, I think we're done. There's a couple tests they may want to repeat.
Okay.
They wouldn't be the same kind of thing. Just a performance test.
Sure.
Which isn't, I guess, as dangerous
static.
as what we did. It would just be hovering and see how much power it takes to hover.
Oh yeah, right.
So that's about the only testing we need to do. But we need calm winds since it's a little breezy right now.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to save that for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming up, and this is really cool.
It's always beautiful up here. We always enjoy coming up. Every time I come up here, it's always perfect weather. It's great.
You bring your family up?
Yeah. In fact,
and your dog?
In fact, we're coming up on Sunday. Coming up again.
Oh really?
Yeah. So with the family, not for work.
Do you live in Torrance area?
Yep. Yeah, we live right there.
Yeah, it's what, 2.5 hours?
Something like that. Yeah. That's great coming up here.
I know it.
Yeah. So we like to hike up here and go to the lake. It's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat things. Have you been to our museum?
No.
It's great. It's right at the end of the airport on the other side of the fence.
Okay, maybe we'll do it this time.
Yeah, over 1 million artifacts.
Oh yeah?
In the history of the mountains.
Okay, good. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Well, good, Pete. Thanks so much. You're the engineer?
Engineering manager, yeah.
Engineering manager. Well, that's great. Well, we'll see if we can stay long enough to watch you take off.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Great, thanks.
Well, I want to take a close look at this one. If you'd never seen inside of a helicopter, look at the yoke there. This seat's 5. You've got 2 in the front, and they widened this new one out to where you can get 3 in the back seat. And they can also have headsets to listen to the chatter and all of that. But boy, this is a beaut. And this is a turbine, which is like a jet engine. But there really doesn't have a lot of instruments like a regular airplane. They're spread out pretty good. But this thing really is neat. And this tower that's how you can tell a Robertson, is by their high towers. And they only need twin blades on them. Look at everything there. Those are antennas and other things. But it is a beaut. This is experimental, and they're up here today to show the FAA going through high altitude tests since our air is so thin here. So they get ready to go as soon as the guys get back. Well, they're getting ready to go. Now this is a regular piston engine. As I said before, their plant is right at the Torrance Airport. They're making, I don't know, 50, 60 helicopters a month, shipping them all over the world. Probably the most reasonable helicopters on the market. I asked what that red and white pipe was on the back. It's just a warning not to get too close to that rear rotor there. Pete, the one I interviewed, is the pilot on this one. Of the rear is controlled. See? They get ready to take off. They've been here since 6:30 this morning with representatives of the FAA. They're checking out all the instruments, make sure everything's working okay. Then they'll be lifting off. Okay, they're revving up. We're going to get a backwash. Going to almost knock us over. It's just a big fan. Look at that. Isn't that a beaut? Turning around. Do they have to head into the wind like most planes?
Yes.
Okay. Wind's coming from the west. So he did just like he taxied down. Only they don't have wheels, so. Way he goes. Taking about 15-20 minutes to get down to Torrance. Pretty cool, huh? Someday, this is going to be all of our transportation mode. They get them down cheap enough. Well, that's it from the airport. This has been the Robertson Helicopter Company test for the FAA. Now, don't go away. I'll be back after these commercials.